What up, everybody? It's your boy Jordan. We back again with These Muscles. Today, I'll be reacting to a video from Athlean-x, of course, Jeff Cavaliere and Andrew Huberman. The title of the video is Which Workout Split is Best? Now, of course, they have more experience than me, both of them, so they'll have more expertise about it. But me, I think like for beginners, of course, I'll say 2 to 3 full body workouts. Like a beginning starting off is good. I think full body workouts in general 3 times a week is good. I think that's the best split, but that works for me. I don't know if that would be better for everybody else, especially like the intermediates and advanced lifters. They have more experience than me. I'm an exercise science student in college. I graduated in May, so I'm kind of learning too from them because they way older than me in expertise. I'm just saying, I think like for beginners, I think 2 to 3 full body workouts a week is best. So, and I just think full body workouts every week is just good in general. But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong switching it though. Like for example, I like the 3-day split of upper body, lower body, full body. I love that too. Push pull legs. That one is excellent too. I'm just saying, I just like full body more. So let's get right into the video.
In terms of splits, you mentioned splits. And so for those who aren't familiar with this term splits, it's really which body parts are you training on which days? Seems like almost everybody follows a weekly workout schedule, although the body, of course, doesn't care about the week, right? Exactly. There's no reason to think that once every 7 days or twice every 7 days makes sense physiologically. It's just the body doesn't work that. But that's the way life is structured. I've seen you discuss, 3 days a week, whole body workouts. I've heard of splits like a pushing one day, pulling another day, legs another day, a day off, repeat. I mean, there's so many variations on this.
Yeah, those are basically the same splits I was saying. Okay, so that's a good start because Jeff, I think some other videos he made said he was talking about them splits too. I kind of remember. So yeah, okay, so yeah, I kind of get with Jeff a little.
What are some general themes that we can throw out there? And in order to avoid the huge matrix of possibilities, you have some wonderful content that points to those, and we will in our caption show notes, we'll link out to some of those that different ways to design splits. But in terms of giving people a logic of how to think about splitting up body parts, what's governing the split? What are the rules and the logic that dictate a split?
For me, the first rule is, will you stick to it? Right? Like because there are split, I don't particularly like full body splits. I was actually talking to Jesse about that the other day. Like I don't necessarily like to have to train everything. Now, of course, the volumes will come down per muscle group, but if you don't like to do that and you actually don't look forward to your workout because you're dreading having to do everything and feeling maybe too fatigued by the time your workout's over, or the fact that those generally do take a little bit longer and don't fit into your schedule, I don't care how effective the split is. A split not done is not effective. So you need to find one that fits. So maybe you go into an alternative option like a push-pull legs, like you mentioned. And that could be done either one cycle through the week on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday split, or it could be twice in a week. So you're actually training 6 times, where you repeat it, pull, push legs, or however you want to do it with either a day off in between the 3 days or at the end of the 6 days. And again, that actually impacts your schedule. I've broken that down before where it's, if you put it in between the 3 days, it's good because you're giving yourself an extra rest day in between, but it starts to shift that day off every week as we wrap around. So for those guys that were choosing that 7-day schedule out of convenience in our heads, it starts to mess with that off day. So others like to just keep it predictably, let's say on a Sunday, and train 6 days in a row. But that's a better way to maybe group similar muscle actions together, which I think I definitely prefer that, because if I'm going to be training, pulling movements, at least there's a synergy between them. And I feel like I'm looking to achieve one goal that day.
Now, Jeff, he's given his preferences. There's nothing wrong with that. He's not a big fan of full body splits. I like full body splits. He's more of a fan of push, pull legs. There's no problem with that. That's his preference. I ain't going to bash him or nothing like that. That's his preference. But also, any workout split, like he said, wherever one you follow and that fits you, that's the best split for you. So yeah, I'm just saying recommendations what I like. I'm not saying this for everyone, but everyone have different preferences, and that's what I like about fitness. Everyone have different thoughts about different things. That's what I like about it. So I'm gonna go right back into the video, but I thought that was just interesting. Yeah, wherever workout split you do choose, yeah, just make sure it fits you, whatever you're doing. So yeah, I'm learning a lot from this video. I'm learning too, so this is great. I love this.
And then, I mean, quite honestly, you can go back to the bro split days, and those still work effectively. There's a reason why they worked in the past. Like, I think that science shows that there's smarter ways to do them these days. Like, you can come back and hit a related muscle. So you could do, let's say, biceps on one day and then come back 2 days later and do back, realizing again, synergy between the exercises there, your biceps are going to get re-stimulated again. So you could figure out ways to make that work. But the thing that I think is effective there is that tends to be one of the ones that people like the most, because they can go in, they get their pump, they feel good. It's pretty solely focused on one muscle group.
Is that the definition of a bro split? One
muscle group a day. Yeah.
I see. So it's very much geared towards strength and aesthetics, really maximizing chest one day.
Probably more aesthetics than strength. Yeah. Yeah. You're just
hence the bro name.
Right. Yeah. But again, like, and here I am, a science guy, and I could appreciate the benefits of a bro split, especially because, again, like to what end? Whose goal are we trying to achieve here? Theirs or ours? Like, I mean, if I'm applying my standards and my goals, or even like athletic ideals, but they just want to get in shape, then it's perfectly fine to do a bro split in that instance, if you're sticking to it again and you're seeing the results that you want to see from it. Right. But they're able to, really keep their focus on one muscle. They get to focus on, like, look, a lot of times people struggle with the way an exercise feels until their second or third set. Like, they don't have that proprioceptive ability to kind of lock in on an exercise. So spending a few, not only sets on the same, exercise, but then doing another exercise for the same muscle group helps them to dial in a little bit better and get more out of their training.
Yeah, that raises a really interesting, I think, important question. Early on, when I started resistance training, which was when I was 16 in high school, I got in touch with, and I was learning from Mike Menser. Right?
Me too.
So
Me too.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
And Mike was very helpful, very, very helpful. We got to be friendly.
Oh yeah, drop down in the comments when y'all started lifting weights. Now, I started lifting weights, like, I would say, was I like 14 or 15? I was about 14 or 15. I think I started the summer right before my freshman year of high school. So I'll say I was like 14. Yeah, I'll say 14 years old. So drop down in the comments when y'all first started working out or going to the gym. I'm very curious. Okay, now let's go back to the video.
Except I just read his book. I didn't get a chance to meet him, so I'm jealous right now.
I back then, no internet, I paid by Western Union type thing to send him some money.
From the back of the magazine.
And then he got on the phone with me, and my mother at the time was like, why is this grown man calling the house? And he gave me a very straightforward split, which was shoulders and arms one day. He had me taking 2 days off and then training legs, and then 2 days off and then chest and back, et cetera.
And that's a variation of a bro split too, where you're sort of, breaking them down that way, chest and back or chest and buys,
Yeah, and it worked very well for me. I probably would have, because of my age, I think, and because I was untrained, I think largely untrained, I think it would have grown on many different programs, but it worked very well for me. I eventually just made that an every other day thing. So shoulders and arms, day off, legs, day or two off, because if you hit legs right, at least for me, I'm not training the next day. And then I'm not doing much of anything athletic the next day, and chest and back and repeat and so on. And the reason I found that helpful is I almost always recovered between workouts. The 6 day a week program of push, pull, legs, pull, legs, to me seems excruciating from two standpoints. One is, at least with my recovery abilities or lack of recovery abilities, I can't imagine coming back feeling fresh. And the other one is, if I'm in the gym more than 4 days a week, I really start to fatigue it about the whole psychological experience of it. Whereas if I'm in there 3 or 4 days a week, in other words, if I put a day off in between each workout, I really want to be there. And I get in there with a lot.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying earlier. Everyone have different preferences about workout splits, how they feel comfortable. That's why I said, and Jeff said it earlier, wherever workout split works best for you and it fits, stick to that one. That's what I love about fitness, exercise. Everybody have different preferences, thoughts, feelings about different things, and we get to discuss about it respectfully. So that's what I like about it.
A lot of fire. And I'm also doing other things on the off days. So I think that I love that you mentioned the split that you'll stick to and that you can bring the intensity to, because I think that that's really important.
This was a really good discussion between Dr. Andrew Huberman and Jeff Cavaliere. One, because both of them, I look at a lot of their content and I respect both of them, like with their knowledge about fitness and health. And number two, both of them describe like their preferences, what they like, how they feel working out, doing certain splits. That's what I really like from this conversation, really, because they have different thoughts and they discussed it out respectfully. No, none of them was bashing each other. This was a very good conversation. I really did like it. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe, and I hope everyone have a blessed day. I'm out.